So this is the water bottle that I have. This is actually one of the larger ones because tofu drinks a lot. But you can get a smaller one for guinea pigs. This one is probably designed for rabbits. And it doesn't matter which brand you use because they either are all going to leak or they're going to get stuck, which is worse. I have a strategy to minimize the leaking. First, before I do that, I want to show you guys how I wash my water bottle. A lot of these water bottles have like flat bottom, and that's where all the deposits go. So you have to make sure it's like really clean here. Some people say that you shouldn't use dish soap or any like chemical or whatnot, but I still use a dish soap that's non-toxic and usually plant-based that you can buy from the store. Actually, I see them drink more when they're like squeaky clean. The first thing I do is I fill up the water bottle, not too much, maybe like just a little bit, like inch or two at the bottom. And I'm going to use like very little dish soap. I'm just gonna close it. And because the ball inside is going to move around, I'm just gonna put my finger here to like block it. And then I'm just gonna shake it. I take it out. I'm gonna wash the nozzle later. What you can do is you can bend this part to make sure you can reach this area. But what I do is my finger is not, small enough to actually go in there. So I just wipe it like that to make sure that inside is all clean. And with this, I'm just going to wash the inside. And I'm just going to wash where the thing goes because this is where the, the nozzle overlaps. It's also good to kind of check because sometimes when it's like not clean enough, you'll see some like green stuff. As you may already know, guinea pigs eat their poop, but that is actually good for their health. They eat their own poop to make sure they get all the nutrients inside, including the beneficial bacteria. So when they drink through the water bottle, some of that poop in the mouth or whatever they've been eating, they might go upward and kind of stay in here. It might be a little bit complicated, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's really simple. Like the construction is basically the nozzle and the rubber stopper right here, which you can just take out with a finger. Just pull it out. That's all you gotta do, right? And the rest of it is a nozzle. And inside the nozzle, there are just two metal balls usually inside, and those we'll talk about it later. But for now, I'm just gonna use the stuff that I've been using for the water bottle, and I'm just gonna wash it. And for this, obviously you have to make sure the outside is clean, but most of the gunk is inside here and also like the plastic area in here. So I usually use 1 or 2 Q-tips, that's usually enough. I kind of wet it first. How dirty it gets. Do you see it, the yellow stuff? So I watched it yesterday, and this is what happens, right? You want to make sure it's completely clean every day. Otherwise, it's just gonna get more disgusting. If you don't have time, maybe like a couple days is fine, but just try to clean it once in a while at the least, so that they won't be exposed to all the bacteria culturing in the nozzle. And then I kind of go around like this, around. And this part also gets dirty. So first I'm going to, wipe this area, and I'm just gonna rinse it now. Here's the thing, so you have to rinse it really thoroughly because obviously you don't want them eating the soap, one thing, and two, they're sensitive to, they might be sensitive to smell, so you want to make sure there is no smell but the water. So you do this, make sure they're all out. You wash this. To put it back in, it's really simple. Just push it in. That's it. Make sure the edges are pressed. That's it. I'm gonna run it with my finger again, just in case. It's really clean. You can hear it, right? Yeah, so that's the sound that you want to hear. Oh, when you're trying to pass through the water here, the water balls, the ball's blocking the water, so you can just push it a little bit, like half a finger, and the water's gonna flow, and then you can do this. And it actually rinses out everything inside. And it's also good to smell them, you know, after you wash it. You smell it, and then I don't smell any soap, so that's good. There are two ways to do, like, provide them with water. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys will use the tap water and a lot of you guys use the filter water. If you're willing to drink that water, you can give them water. So when you have it on really like strong, you do this, you might not go up to the top. So like kind of lower the pressure a little bit and then wait until it fills to the top, right? That way it's completely up to the top. So from here, it's a tip to make sure the water bottle leaks less. You're not going to be able to completely prevent it, but this minimizes the leak. And close it. Close it. And before you flip it over, what you're going to do from here to here is going to be air. So I'm going to press it until you can see water like this. So now it's all water all the way up here, no air inside. You flip it over, let the let the ball like block everything, and then let it go. It leaks much less if you follow this guide. Alright, so I'm just hanging it like here. See, it's already like leaking, so but that's because I just put it on. But what I do is, so I have the liner here, and then I just use our pipette right under. So for my case, I have two water bottles side by side, so I just use 2 by 1. But if the two water bottles are closer, or like if you just have one on one side, then this size is perfect. So I just that's kind of what I do with the water bottle.